Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're back in War Tycoon, and today I'm back with another ranking video, and that is ranking every single boat in War Tycoon. Now, boats used to be the most absolutely useless vehicles in the whole game. They would just get taken out by everything. But lately, in the past few updates, the developers have been adding some boats that are actually alright, and some of them are actually pretty close to the best vehicles in the game. So why not rank them from worst to best? But anyways, enough talking, let's get started. And the worst boat in this game is the one that I was in the intro, and that is the rib boat. Now just take a look at this boat. There is no use for this thing even existing in the game. As you can see, there's no protection for the driver. You're just absolutely just sitting out there waiting to be shot. Also, there's just no guns mounted anywhere. It only goes 50 knots, not even fast. And worst of all, it can't even hold an oil barrel. So honestly, I don't see any reason why you would ever use the rib boat. Overall, this boat completely sucks, and you should never ever use this boat. Alright, now that we're done with that horrendous monstrosity of a boat, now it's time to move on to, well, actually another horrendous monstrosity of a boat, but just slightly less horrible. And I'm talking about the jet ski. So this boat, it cannot store oil barrels. You are very exposed, but it does have one secret use, and that is being able to break onto bigger boats. Because this thing is such a small target, it's so easy to just sneak up on giant boats and, well, just jump on and kill the driver. And although this strategy is really risky, honestly, it has paid off sometimes. So even though this boat is completely garbage, at least it has a small use. Anyways, now that we're done with the jet ski, it's time to move on to the third worst boat in War Tycoon. And as you can see here, it is the source boat. And this is the first actually, like, I wouldn't say it's good actually. You know what? This boat still kind of sucks, but it's the first boat that is not completely horrendous. And that is because it has guns. As you can see here, I'm on the mounted turret. Obviously, I'm not the best person to demo this because in a perfect world, you'd have maybe 4 people, 1 person to man each gun, and then 1 person driving. As you can see, come on. No way we didn't kill that dude. Bro, we were so close. It's over. The main issue with this is there's still not a lot of cover, and the machine guns don't do the most damage. So even though that, well, it's the first boat to have machine guns, and I kind of said that it does slightly alright damage, I still would not recommend this by any means. And it's still a pretty garbage boat by all means, especially compared to the later boats we'll be going on in today's video. Anyways, time to move on to those. And of course, the next one, the last boat over here, I'm talking about the Vietnam riverboat. And this is literally pretty much a carbon copy of the source boat, except it's just kind of better in every single way. As you can see, the driver is almost completely covered. And as you can see on the front, that is a 360-degree mounted turret. I can just turn this turret a full 360 degrees, which is so useful. This is the first boat that actually is semi-decent, and even though it's not good, especially compared to that boat over there, it still is semi-alright. Okay, now that we're done with all these garbage boats on the left side, it's time to move on to the battleships. And these boats, there's 3 of them, and honestly, all 3 of them are some of the most overpowered vehicles in the game. And the first one I'm going to be going over for the third best boat in the game is the Fairmile. And as you can see, this is a big upgrade from any other boat we've gone over before. It is pretty giant, and well, you can use the guns while you're driving, which is very useful. Now, overall, this thing is really good because the driver has very, very solid cover. From pretty much all directions except the rear, you're not gonna get shot. And honestly, the main issue and the reason why I didn't put this boat higher up is due to the fact that these guns only work at very specific angles. As you can see, if I'm trying to shoot someone directly in front of me, only my front gun is being used. And if I'm trying to shoot someone behind me, only my rear gun is being used. And the only way you can get actual full damage output by using all 3 guns is having someone directly parallel to you, which obviously has its very big drawbacks. Because if I'm trying to take out this bridge, it means that if I want to take it out fast, I have to shoot it like this, which obviously is not exactly the best. And honestly, it's not the best boat, but honestly, if you're shooting something directly sideways to you, it has really solid damage output. Oh, looks like we got this guy. As you can see, combat is not the best because I have to stay parallel to this guy. Come on. I have to keep him on my side. But, I mean, as long as you can do that. Oh my god, come on. We are so close to taking this guy out. Just one more bullet. And we're done. Absolutely sunk this guy's ship. He stood no chance. Overall, this boat is really solid at ground and water combat. Although the main issues is that, well, you can't use all your guns unless you're facing sideways. And, well, it's not very good at air combat. Okay, anyways, time to move on to my favorite boat in the game. Even though it's not quite the best, it is my favorite. And I'm talking about the PGO2 hydrofoil. And this thing, first off the bat, it's the coolest boat in the game. Because as you can see, it's the only hydrofoil. Which means that, oh shoot. I guess I'm gonna have to move on to this boat's main plus pretty fast, and that is air combat. As you can see, the machine gun that is mounted on this thing is absolutely overpowered when it comes to taking out air vehicles. Boom! As you can see, although that was a close fight, I was literally going up against a plane in this game that costs $25. It is the most pay-to-win vehicle in the game, and yet this boat absolutely decimated it. The anti-aircraft capabilities of this boat are just unmatched. Oh, and even though I said that this is obviously an anti-aircraft boat, it is still able to take out things on the ground. As you can see, I'm not sure what these people are doing. Oh yeah, okay, we completely destroyed that helicopter so fast. As you can see, even though it's meant for anti-aircraft capabilities, this thing can still do pretty solid damage and take out infantry, but also shields. Oh yeah, as you can see, this thing kind of shreds. I don't think that this shield is full health, but even then, like, this thing completely shreds shields and does insane damage. Overall, definitely my favorite boat to pilot in this game, even though it's not quite the best. Anyways, time to move on to the last and best boat in today's video. And of course, I'm talking about the USS Douglas. I think that this is the newest boat, if I'm not wrong. Now let me start off by showing you how much of a beast this thing is. This thing is absolutely giant, has insane health, but also has the most crazy powerful cannon in this game. It can destroy anything, but it also has 2 laser guided missiles. As you can see, you just press that. Even this 2x shield, look at how much is just shredding through it. It treats it like it's a regular shield, even though it's 2x. Like, the sheer damage coming out of this thing is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this boat is pretty close to one of the best raiding tools you can have, because it just chews through shields and then can also just not just go through shields. It can just destroy oil extractors, it can destroy airplanes, it can destroy tanks even. I'd say that this is one of the only vehicles in the game that can go hand in hand with a tank and still win over half the time. Oh my god, yeah, as you can see, that was against, I think it's called the F-14. Either way, it's the best plane in the game that doesn't cost Robux, and we just completely eviscerated with a boat that's not even built for anti-aircraft. Pretty crazy. Overall, this boat, I'm not gonna say it's the best vehicle in the game, because honestly, I'd still prefer the F-14, but out of boats, it is insane. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to comment down your favorite boat in War Tycoon, and make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.